Hey, how's it going? Dave 2D here. This is Lenovo's Legion Y730. This is their kind of mid-tier gaming laptop. I did a video on a product of theirs 2 or 3 months ago called the Y530. That's kind of like their entry level. This is a improved version of the Y530. So a lot of the things that I didn't love about the Y530, this thing has fixed. It's a little bit more expensive. It's $1,100 or $1,200, and well, let's get right into it. The design aesthetic of this thing is very similar to the Y530. It's a very clean look, doesn't have any red gamer accents or anything like that. I feel like Lenovo has moved beyond that whole red gamer stuff. It's just a very muted and more professional looking gaming laptop. Now this device is aluminum. The top panel is aluminum, the keyboard deck is aluminum, the main chassis is aluminum. It's a much more well-built version of their entry-level gaming device. Now there are some plastic components still, like the back part of the hinge is still plastic, and the bottom panel is also a kind of polycarbonate material. It looks like it would be aluminum, but it is plastic. I've also noticed that this bottom panel is a lot easier to remove than the Y530, and I think it's because like the plastic clips that hold it into place, they clip into the metal chassis, so it just feels more secure. You don't feel like you're snapping anything when you're opening it up. And yeah, now when you're inside, you have access to the Wi-Fi card, the 2.5-inch SATA drive, the NVMe, and you also have access to the RAM slots. Corsair is partnered with Lenovo, so you can get RAM that's running up to 3200 megahertz. The battery is also slightly bigger, not by a lot. It's still only a 57 watt-hour battery, and I'm only getting around 4 hours of battery life on this device. So again, like the Y530, you do need to bring your charger with you if you want to go the full day. Now the ports are on the back again, which I like. You just kind of keep the ports and extra cables and peripherals out of the way. And this time around, you also get a Thunderbolt 3 port, which is something that I feel was lacking from the Y530. It may not be important to a lot of people, but if you want to upgrade this thing to have like external GPU capabilities or just future connectivity, I feel like that Thunderbolt 3 port is really useful. I feel like it just gives this thing extended life down the road. The rest of the device hasn't changed much though, right? It still has great performance with the 6-core i7 and a GTX 1050 Ti, pushes out excellent frame rates in games. You get a thin bezeled screen, and I think it's one of the best features of this device, that cleaner design aesthetic. It still has the webcam on the bottom of the laptop, but in terms of the specs, I think you actually get a really good value with the Y series, both the Y530 and the Y730. The keyboard has actually changed a little bit as well. Not that the Y530 had a bad keyboard, but the layout's a little bit different. There's macro keys on the Y730, and there's no number pad on the Y730. The number pad is something that I rarely use on laptops, but I know that some of you guys are quite fond of it. There's a couple other things. The trackpad buttons on this machine, they're much quieter and have a better feel to the click compared to the Y530. And the speakers, they're also improved. They're still laptop speakers, but they sound noticeably better to me. And there's also RGB lighting on this laptop that the 530 didn't have. And I will say that this thing surprised me. Not the fact that it had RGB lighting, but I think it has the industry best in lighting. So before this device, I would say that the Razer Blade or just any of the Razer laptops have the best lighting in the RGB keyboard space and RGB lighting on laptops and stuff. These guys do it better. So this is why. The software that they're using for this is done by Corsair, or at least it's done in partnership with Corsair. And Corsair knows a thing or two about RGB lighting. It's bright LEDs, individually lit, and they've done it in a way that's really user-friendly. The software is quite intuitive, and they also have underglow lighting or like side lighting, and there's a single RGB light region in the logo that you can change. And I think it's something that Lenovo did really well. I mean, they could have gone ham and just lit this thing up like crazy, but it feels subtle enough that if you wanted to, you can kind of mute all the lights and just bring this thing to work as a regular laptop. I will say though that as cool as this stuff looks and as much praise as I'm giving their lighting system, keep in mind that it is just RGB lights, right? You'll get bored of it over time. I think most people just kind of use it for a while, set it to things that kind of entertain them for a while, but it loses its novelty over time. So don't make that the only reason why you purchase this device. The gaming performance is really strong. It's not any different from the Y530, at least not that I could tell. And the thermals are also quite good. The fans don't get crazy loud or anything. It's a good overall product, especially for the price. And I guess the $1,000,000 question is this worth it? Like, is this product a better pickup or a better purchase over the Y530? And I think that, I mean, if you're on a really tight budget and you only have $900 or $800 to spend, then you can't even get this. The Y530 is the way to go between the two. But I feel like this is a product that will last longer. Like, it's just built better, it has better quality materials, and the RGB lighting does look pretty cool. I feel like with gaming laptops, there's usually two kind of main categories. You have cheaper plastic devices and you have more expensive aluminum devices. This product kind of crosses that barrier. It's not a super expensive gaming laptop, yet it's built really well. It's built better than you would expect considering its price point. So if that's what you're looking for, something that's kind of mid-tier that has a bigger focus on build quality instead of just raw performance at that price, you should check this out because it's pretty money. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. See you guys next time.